Okay, what happens when you accidentally hydrolock your truck engine? So, to get the record straight, I hate four-wheel driving. I did it when I was younger. I did it lots, and I broke a lot of trucks. And I don't like fixing trucks, so I do not like 4x4. I own 4x4s, so I don't need to push or pull, or when I'm stuck in some mud or in the snow and ice. It's nice to have four-wheel drive. But so I tried to salvage this engine, and I didn't know what was wrong, but hole in the block. Okay, that's not good. And some would say that you could actually just patch that hole and drive it because it's not in the cylinder wall, right? It's not in the cylinder wall. But I got a broken connecting rod. Hole in that windage tray there. So, yeah, that's not good. I was actually hoping to just pull some pistons and swap them out. But this thing it's got a hole in the block. And like I said, some would say that's just cosmetic. You can actually patch that hole because it's not in the cylinder wall. So, what I learned about the Hemi, this third gen Hemi, is motor mounts. Take them off at the block. It'll save you a lot of grief. Because I fought with that, man. And as soon as I took it off, the engine came out. Same the side. Take it off at the block. Popped it right out. Because in here, the mounts down there, like, it wouldn't budge. It was stuck. So, take that off. Take those off. Um, this front brace that goes across here for your rad, take that off. See, I just did this stuff, and I should have done this right from the start. Saved me a lot of grief. And the other troubles are, other than your air conditioning lines and stuff like that, and the million connectors that are in here, all in all, wasn't all that bad. But yeah, the catastrophic failure of the engine block is not good. So, I don't know. If I can get a cheap engine, sure, I'll put one in, but I'm not spending any kind of money to fix this thing. Like, the heads are still good. I'm sure those pistons are good. Ones that are not damaged, right? Because there's only just over 100,000 miles on this thing, 190,000 kilometers. And yeah, it just sucked in water. Like, the water pump is new. We just replaced the EGR valve. It ran good, man. She don't run no more. So I don't know. Paid $2,500 for the truck, and I put tires and stuff on it, shocks. So, like, there's lots of good parts on it. Like, I could buy another Hemi truck like this one because they're cheap right now. So that's an option. I think it's cheaper to buy a whole truck because guys wanted like $2,600 for a used motor, and I'm like, man, I can buy a whole truck for that, right? So yeah, take the rad out, take the support, the cross support, rad support out, take that out, do that. Unbolt your transmission from your motor, and I think there's only one, two, three, four, two. I think there's just 4 bolts holding that on. So yeah, 4 bolts holding that on. Take your starter off. Take the motor mount brackets right off the block. Um, you're gonna have to take off your intake, and because I got the heads off, I just used stud bolts here. So a couple sockets, ratchet strap. Had a go by come along. Um, then you have connectors, right? That one's at the back of the truck, back of the engine. Connectors here. There's connectors all over. So trace down your connectors. But yeah, unhook all your connectors. Like I went through the whole truck, man. But the one thing I did notice about this truck was that torque converter wasn't holding. So like it was fluctuating up and down. So I don't know if it was a torque converter or locking, unlocking, or slipping a little bit, or the one of the fifth gear slipping something. I don't know, because you'd be cruising along and all of a sudden you see the RPM move, right? You could feel it. But if you're cruising at like say 70 miles an hour or 110 kilometers an hour, it would hold tight. So I don't know. I put new grounds, like I put ground straps everywhere, hoping that would work. I think it did. Actually, it helped a little bit, maybe. I don't know. And then I completely stripped out the whole interior, other than the headliner. But everything is dry in here now. So I went through all these little motors, um, just lubed them up with WD-40. Everything seems to work. So the airbox is good. I tested the blower motor. It was working fine. Put some WD-40 in there. Did all the controls or all the connectors, right? Cleaned them all out. Blew them all out. So yeah, like the thing is ready to go back together, except for now I need a motor. And I got, this is it goes on the firewall, right? This foam. Now I know why these things catch on fire. They burn right up because this thing is solid foam, man. So it's been hanging here for a day or so. Seems dried out now. You can actually go back in the truck. Got the carpet drying out into here. That's dried out now. Yeah, it can all go back in. I powered this window. It went up and down. This is one that was down. I tried to work those windows over there, but I'm not sure which wires do what. I don't know. Like, say the passenger side window didn't work, that'd be fine. But the back window should work anyways because they never got wet. But that passenger window should work. Yeah, it's all dried out. It's all cleaned out. So, if you're wondering what happens when your truck gets submerged, can you save it? I think you can save it, right? Because the instrument cluster never got wet. So the water only got